Hi, I'm Mike Gilliam, and this is a slice of New York. There's a buzz growing louder and louder around the city, and it's all about soccer's biggest event, the World Cup. It is a huge event that plays out on the world stage with the finals right here at MetLife Stadium this summer. Fans are pumped.
Berhalter this time goes short to Dest. Berhalter swings it in! United States lead!
You know what? The World Cup coming to New York is a beautiful thing. We got different nationalities coming here to our beautiful city and enjoying not just the tournament, but also the city itself.
I'm Ghanaian, and I know it's a big deal in my culture, so I'll be watching, yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic, as long as England win it, it's fine.
World Cup fever is gripping the region.
The World's Game truly brings the world together.
So this summer, the world is coming to us, and we are ready.
8 matches, including the final, are happening at MetLife Stadium, but millions will be watching around the globe. To put it into perspective, the worldwide TV audience for the last World Cup final was about 13 times larger than the audience for the Super Bowl. And this one is expected to be the largest sporting event in history. There will also be a lot of people clamoring for tickets to see the games here.
We're expecting more than 1.1 million visitors to come to the region, generating about $3.3 billion of economic activity.
Ticket prices are a concern, with prices on the secondary market reaching above $11,000 and some costing millions.
It's just way too expensive, man. Something that everyone can go see, and I think it's crazy that they charge that much.
But the mayor and organizers have some alternatives lined up.
Every fan should be able to watch the greatest tournament on earth without having to dip into their savings.
So they are planning free watch parties across the 5 boroughs and the region.
If you can't get to the World Cup is coming to you.
So you can feel the excitement building, and it's not just national fans. It goes from old-time soccer fans all the way down to the youngsters. Here to talk a bit about what to expect and the impact the game is having, we have 2 guests. Dabby, a former Major League Soccer executive for 15 years, who has worked for decades promoting soccer and is the CEO of New Jersey Youth Soccer. And via Zoom, Lex Chalant, the executive director of the Soccer Forward Foundation. Evan, let's start with you. Are you seeing and are you hearing this buzz?
There's a World Cup coming, kind of news to me. Yeah, you start to feel it. There's a pace, there's a vibe. It's almost like every day you can feel a little bit more. And obviously being here to talk with you about it today, it's just been months, years in the making, and the fact that it's on the horizon is getting really exciting.
Yeah, it's very cool. Lex, the World Cup is the perfect platform to reach a large audience and really kind of grow the sport, right?
Yeah, I mean, so we are so excited. There's a lot of people don't actually realize this, but it's going to be the biggest World Cup ever. And that's all really important. But what Evan and I are really here to do is make the most of that opportunity, make the most of all those people that are going to be tuning in, and really ensure that there's an impact far beyond this summer. So we're excited to be here.
Tell us a little bit about Soccer Forward and what that's all about.
So U.S. Soccer is the game's national governing body. We really are here to serve the sport. And Soccer Forward was created a little over a year ago as the legacy initiative, obviously with the Men's World Cup coming here this summer. And there's actually about a 5-year incredible opportunity here for our sport, starting with this summer, then with LA 28 in a couple of years, and then the Women's World Cup coming in 2031. There's really an opportunity to make an impact through soccer. So Soccer Forward was created specifically to look at that, to specifically look at how we can work with our state associations, with youth clubs, with soccer associations, community organizations, the great work Evan is doing in New Jersey, to really see how we can break down barriers and enable more accessibility and inclusion to the sport that we all love, and really using this summer as a jumping off point for that.
Okay. Just give us a little feel for some of the things you would possibly be doing with Evan and his organizations here in New Jersey. How do you kind of mesh the two together?
U.S. Soccer is really here to support people like Evan and organizations like New Jersey Youth Soccer. We have already worked together over the last year on a slew of different events in Newark, in Harrison, in Morristown. And a big part of that is bringing what U.S. Soccer can bring, whether that be coaching education, whether that be support, investment, resources. How are we really helping local organizations like Evan's across New York, New Jersey, but also nationally to really grow the game, to reach more young people that they might not have been able to reach before, to engage someone that might get excited that the World Cup is coming, but not really thought about soccer before? How can we engage them in our game and have a positive experience for years to come?
Evan, tell me a little bit about your initiatives over in New Jersey. You're representing like 120,000 kids that play soccer?
Yeah, there's a few kids that like to play this crazy game. So Lex nailed it. I mean, we're talking about global attention, and we get to leverage that with some local opportunity. So with the support of Soccer Forward and partners, there's opportunities like Let's Play, an after-school program fully funded for underserved areas with support of Soccer Forward and New York Life. There's soccer at schools in partnership with Bank of America that Soccer Forward is going to bring forward to the local communities, and the beneficiaries are folks like New Jersey Youth Soccer that get to help implement that. And ultimately that 120,000, we want that to be more than 200,000. And the only way we can do that is through those types of partnerships.
Mm-hmm. You also have some initiatives going with the disabled. I think your son is involved in one, correct?
Yeah, my son, to his credit, has been working as a volunteer with programs, Challenger Sports, which is a program for players with disabilities. And he created Every Kid Counts, which is actually foot golf. So using our game in a little bit of different fashion. And last year he raised $10,000, and that went towards the nearly 1,000 players with disabilities playing throughout top soccer in New Jersey.
Are there some things happening in New Jersey that are connected to the World Cup that we need to know about, like maybe an American Dream or anything like that where people can get involved in Jersey?
Yeah, the excitement of what's going to unfold in the weeks and months ahead, it feels like there's going to be a party every day in every community. But some of the ones that we're really excited about are the Fan Hub, working with the host committee and the Red Bulls at Sports Illustrated Stadium. We're excited to have some events at the American Dream Mall, who's been an incredible partner to the soccer community. Goya presents Flag Cities. The number of events are just going to, feels like it's going to be a party in every community.
Okay, great. Lex, thank you very much for joining us here and giving us the information on the foundation. And I thank you too, Evan. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more on the upcoming World Cup, including where to watch women's soccer in the city and something called the Football Factory, where fans go wild. 48 teams will qualify for the World Cup, and they'll play in matches in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. But the teams have fans all over the world, and many of those fans here in New York will flock to something called the Football Factory at Legends Sports Bar in Manhattan. There, the energy will be huge. That energy is also being felt by players in leagues around the world. Jack Keane is with the Football Factory, and Sarah Bitar is a New York Women's Soccer League board member and a Manhattan Kickers player. Jack, you came up with the Football Factory. What goes on there?
Well, as the name suggests, it's a conveyor belt of football from all over the world. And obviously, we concentrate on all the main leagues. We also do all the secondary leagues. And we keep rather strange hours. And when I say strange hours, I mean we're on European time a lot of the time, which means that games that kick off at noon, for instance, in the UK, 7 o'clock in the morning here in New York City, Eastern Seaboard. So we're open and ready to go by probably 6:30. And we will bring you right through the day.
So do people sit there all day and
Some
watch these
people
games?
do. There are some people who do. And it's funny, some very qualified people, one particular gentleman I know who I won't name, who works at the UN, makes a point of being outside the door when I get there.
Really?
And when I'm leaving, 12 hours later, I'm often looking at him and he's had no intention of leaving because the South American games are coming on, and I just hand over to someone else who handles the nighttime games.
So you guys have a lot of buzz going on with the World Cup
Absolutely.
there. How about the Women's League? Are you guys feeling this buzz? I know the Women's Cup is not until the following year, but are you feeling the buzz from this?
Yeah, definitely. So the New York Metropolitan Women's Soccer League, or NIMWSL for short, is actually a community right here in New York City. And so with the World Cup being right in our backyard, we're definitely feeling that energy in the city. We actually tend to practice and have our league matches throughout both the fall as well as the spring, but we don't really stop there. This summer, we're going to be hosting a tournament to kind of live up on that energy that we're feeling with the World Cup. And we're also going to have some social community events at bars and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me a little bit about your league. I was just fascinated to learn of it. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, we were actually founded back in 1978, so we're almost
Wow.
50 years old, and it's crazy to think about that. It was a few women who just really wanted to create a space for women to play soccer, and we've been growing for about 50 years now. So we have about 15 teams in the league across 2 divisions, and ultimately our goal with this league is just to create a competitive space, but also a really inclusive and community-focused space for our women. We have people from so many different backgrounds, from so many different countries, but what really brings us together is that shared love for soccer.
It seemed to me like women's soccer just took off a few years ago. Did you see that in your ranks?
Yeah, definitely. So we currently are at 15 teams, and we've really seen our league just continue to grow. We're trying to partner in more ways now with our league. So we're partnering with Gotham. We're also partnering with some local bars to not only be on the field, but also in these social settings as well.
Okay, when we're talking social settings, we got to go back to Jack here and Legends.
What's unique about the Football Factory when you go in the door and you go down into the basement, it's very unique in that it exists only to show soccer, nothing else. Wow, okay. So for instance, let's say you take a typical Sunday afternoon in the fall, right? There's 10,000 bars in New York. At let's say 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, any bar you walk into will have the NFL on.
Right.
The Football Factory will be wall to wall with people watching soccer, just to use that word. That's what makes us unique. We don't have soccer here and American sport. It just exists to show soccer and nothing else.
How did you come up with the idea?
I came up with the idea when I got over here in '94, and I was amazed really that, first of all, the World Cup was coming to America. Okay, so we knew in the summer of '94 there was going to be a tournament, and then I was amazed that there was very little respect for the game. It was very much considered, this is the European game, the South American game. It's never going to take off here. And I can still remember being a young bartender downtown, that opening game at Soldier Field in Chicago, and saying to myself, God, it feels like it's just an alien thing to these people. Mm-hmm. It's almost like it's a rock concert for a band that's on tour, and once the band get out of town, we're never again going to see them, you know? It was the stepping stone because the MLS started the following year.
Now, that bar is more than just a bar. That's also like a shrine to soccer, right?
Yes, it is. The Football Factory has the largest collection of signed memorabilia, soccer memorabilia, I believe, anywhere in the United States. Visitors constantly come in and come down the stairs and take the cameras out and just walk around photographing, videotaping. There is a collection of signed jerseys, cleats, just incredible amount of stuff. And I think it is a museum in itself. And seeing is believing when you visit.
If somebody wants to learn what's going on at the Football Factory or what games are on and that sort of thing, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, very simply, you can just go online and just put in Football Factory NYC, and everything is up there on the social media pages. Okay. You can see we have over 30 groups that meet there. They're called supporter clubs. Uh-huh. So it is just a matter of, do you want to just come and watch your own team with a couple of friends? Are you a fan of, let's say, Juventus, PSG, Chelsea? The groups then meet to watch their games. So they're collective clubs with, some have 20 members, some have hundreds of members. Okay. So it's very much a case of, do you want to have a gathering or just be on your own? I think the message I always get across is you're always welcome. We are always open, and every single game you want to see is on. And I've never said that football is the best game in the world. What I've said for over 30 years is that football fans are the greatest fans in the world. I've always said, I don't sell the steak, I'm selling the sizzle. The culture, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sarah, how about your league? How do people get in touch with you to find out when the games are or if they want to get involved?
So you can find us on our website, New York Metropolitan Women's Soccer League, and we're also getting really active on Instagram. So you can find us at NYM_WSL, and we'll be posting about upcoming games, upcoming practices, as well as any social events that our league is doing.
Okay, great. Thank you both very much.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Up next, the World Cup is having a major effect on college players in the area. We'll talk to some of them, and we'll tell you how you can take part in all of the excitement surrounding the games and even attend huge watch parties that are free. This is a slice of New York. The excitement generated by the World Cup is filtering to all aspects of the sport, including to those in the college ranks who may hold dreams of competing in it or just love to watch. The college players are here. Coach Ajani Clunie and player Brianna Lazerson are from John Jay College, and Coach Dima Kramenchik and Kenneth Perry are from Beirut. Thanks for coming in. Dima, you have a nice, long, storied history with the sport, having coached for like 22 years. You won like 8 championships. Are you feeling the buzz about the World Cup?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Anytime the World Cup is present in any country, the buzz is right there. And certainly for myself as a soccer fan my whole life, the buzz is in the air. I'm looking forward to the competition. I'm looking forward to meeting up with family and friends and watching the games.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Ajani?
It's definitely a great excitement having the World Cup back here in the U.S. again. I can remember as a young teenager, as a kid, in '94, '98, especially traveling to try and see Jamaica qualify for that World Cup in '98, and then back in 2002 when Brazil had a great tournament as well. So definitely excited again for the World Cup.
What did you think when you first heard that it was coming to New York, the final?
I was like, hey, I can get to see some games again, just because a lot of the World Cups, are staged all over the world. So it's great, like having that chance to be an adult now, still being involved in the game that I love growing up and having it be accessible.
Brianna and Kenneth, let me hear from you guys. Kenneth, what do you think about all this?
I think it's really exciting that the World Cup is here in our backyard. I think we all will get the chance to finally see some World Cup in our own country, and I think that's something we should all be very excited to. I hope myself I can catch a few games of my own.
Yeah, absolutely. Brianna, the Women's Cup is later, but the Men's Cup is
Yes.
here. Are you feeling it?
I am feeling it. I remember watching it in middle school, all those years. We would skip class and teachers would even play it on their screens. It was really fun. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What do you think about it coming here, coming to New
I
York?
think it's fantastic. So many people get to come here from all over the world. It's going to be an insane experience, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kenneth, tell us a little bit about yourself and what soccer means to you.
I've been playing soccer ever since the age of 4 years old, and I've loved every bit of it. I've obviously become massively a big player, I think, and I've also pretty much watched and supported teams over the years. To me, the sport means a lot. I've met so many friends through soccer, met so many close people to me through soccer, and I think that's ultimately what the sport does. It brings us all together, and I think it's a great job, I think, for USA to have it now here. And I think it gives a chance for everyone to now unite with one another.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Brianna? What's it mean to you?
I've also been playing since a young age, not 4, but still in elementary school. No matter what you call it, football, soccer, we're all watching the same thing. It's art. It's beautiful. And when it just flows, and then especially when people come together and watch, it's very energetic. It's amazing. It really is amazing.
She touched on something there that I guess we might as well go ahead and address. What do we call it? I know it's Team USA Soccer, but what do we really call it? Coach?
It's football where I was growing up. So, like I even, Kenny knows, I call it football all the time. It's still hard for me to kind of revert, but, I do coach soccer. You know what I mean? I coach soccer at Baruch College, and it is soccer. It's called Soccer in America, so I've adopted the terminology, but however, I think you will find even FIFA, has football in it. So, it's football to me.
20 years ago, and this is for the coaches, 20 years ago, people would say, hey, soccer's really going to catch on, And then it never really seemed to grow like the NFL and that sort of thing. Do you think that that has improved now as we're in like 2026 and we have the World Cup coming here?
I think it's definitely improved. I can remember growing up, MLS first started in the country, the Metro Stars, now the New York Red Bulls becoming prominent, other teams evolving and changing, NYCFC coming into the league back in 2016. But even back in the day, soccer growing. Remember that famous Women's World Cup in '99, Brandi Chastain, in the Rose Bowl. So I think after that time, like America has evolved a lot more, where soccer has grown. A lot of international stars have come over and played in MLS. We see Messi now. David Beckham was with the LA Galaxy, Steven Gerrard, amongst the other great stars that played over in Europe for a number of years. So I think it's at a great point right now.
Is it easier for you coaches now to get players, to recruit and that sort of thing than it was a few years ago?
We have players international from all over the world, from Switzerland, New Zealand, and then from players throughout the country who come to John Jay specifically for our majors. So it is a wider pool, I would say, now than maybe 10 years ago when I started as an assistant coach.
How about you, Dima?
Yeah, no, for sure. To your question, the game has grown so much, and the access to the game has grown so much. Enthusiasm for the game has grown so much, and the enthusiasm to play the game at the next level, the collegiate level, has grown a lot. So there's certainly no shortage of potential student athletes that are applying to various of our schools, John Jay, Baruch, all of CUNY's. The international makeup of the CUNY White system, and how many of our students play the game, love the game, and the general recruiting aspect of it it has become very easy, and quite frankly, almost the embarrassment of riches sometimes. The amount of students that are showing interest in your institution outside of you actually going out there and finding more. So the game has absolutely exploded in the United States, and as a college coach, it's definitely has become easy for you almost to do your job, to get players.
That's great. Brianna, what's the best thing about the World Cup from your point of view?
Again, like I said before, it's beautiful. It's so energetic. And everyone finds something. We're all there for a reason, to watch the game. So it's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful.
How about you, Kenneth? What's the best thing about the World Cup?
For me, it's the football. I absolutely fell in love, I think, specifically with the 2014 World Cup, and I think some of the football that I saw on display was really amazing to watch, and I think helped me almost grow more into the sport. And I think that's what the World Cup does, and I think that's what it will do this summer. I think it'll bring a lot more eyeballs onto the product, and I think it'll be a new experience for a lot of people, and I think it's something people can definitely look forward to.
Coaches, what would you like to see your players get from watching the World Cup right here in New York? What do you want to see them get out of this?
Obviously, I know Kenny very well. Just hearing Brianna speak and stuff like that. Obviously they love the game, and I think to have this unique opportunity that I didn't get last time it was in the United States personally to see it. And they do get a chance to see it, and how the game is going to be exposed with fan festivals and everything. I think it's going to grow their love for the game, the experiences and memories they're going to carry forever with them. And for me, everything that has done with football through my life, it's always been about experience, something that I hold dear to me, and that's something that they're going to get a chance to do now, especially with social media and all the exposure that the game is going to bring and all the opportunities they're going to get to see. I think it's amazing. I think they're going to get most out of it. It's life memories.
Ajani, what would you like to see them get out of it?
Just unity and people enjoying each other's cultures, food, music, things like that, and just experiences together. I think we all know people from all over the world, so we all have much more similar in common than we think.
Yeah, I too agree with that. I hope that this becomes like a great unifier. Okay, I want to thank you all for coming in. It's been great. Now, with ticket prices way out of reach for mortal men and women, the city and the state have stepped in to make sure everyone can enjoy the World Cup. We're going to tell you where you can see it free in just a minute. Ticket prices for the World Cup final at MetLife Stadium are astronomical. There are reports that official resale prices for some of the seats are, get this, over $2 million. Others are going for $11,000, and the absolute cheapest are about $3,000 if you can get them. Here to help us take the sting out of all that and offer some ideas on how to enjoy the Cup without breaking the bank, we have Bettina Garibaldi of the New York, New Jersey Host Committee. Bettina, one of the biggest things that you guys have going on is the free watch parties, right?
Yes, yes. We've got a lot of free fan events, as we're calling them, all throughout the tri-state area, and including New Jersey. So we've come together, obviously, we are the New York, New Jersey Host Committee, which is, it was a united bid between the state of New Jersey and New York City came together to be hosts of the World Cup. And what we've done is, while we understand some people might not be able to set foot in the stadium, what else can we do so everybody can feel the energy and the excitement of the World Cup? So we have all these fan events that we're planning throughout the region. So in fact, on the New York City side, so on this side of the Hudson, we've got 5 official fan events. So we really want to make sure that we're covering all boroughs.
What types of things do you have going on?
Yeah, so essentially they're meant to just be a gathering place so people can come and watch the matches that are happening on any given day, but then also participate in activities that sponsors are doing, or they can just hang out with friends, grab a drink, and just literally just have a good time and watch the events. There's going to be musical performances in addition to the matches. Obviously, the matches are kind of the centerpiece, but there's a lot that's going to be going on.
And where will some of these be held, just to give us a feel for some of the locations?
Sure. So one is in Rockefeller Center, so that will be kind of the epicenter, centered in Manhattan. So that one will be during the elimination rounds. What's unique about us in this region is that we are the hosts of the final, which, to put things into perspective, is when I'm chatting with folks, like the final, the viewership of the final equates to 13 Super Bowls combined. It is going to be monstrous, and the fact that this is happening here in our region and we're hosting that, so that energy is going to have a ripple effect, right? So we have one at Rockefeller Center. Then we also are having one in USTA in Queens, so at the US Tennis Center. So that will be all during the group stages. So then we've got fan zones in the Bronx, in Staten Island, and then the last one in Brooklyn. So we truly are going to be covering our bases.
Okay. What about for kids? Are there things for the kids to do?
All these events are, quite frankly, family friendly, and they've been looked at through that lens as we're planning them. So for example, in the one out in Harrison at Sports Illustrated Stadium in New Jersey, that's one that's really close by. You can quickly take a path over there, and over there, Kids Bop is going to be performing, for example, during one of the days. What we're trying to do is not only show the matches themselves as that first attraction, but also program different things and activities that people can enjoy while they're there.
And how should people go about finding out exactly what's happening? Is there a website or something? How can we find out?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we have our website, nynjfwc26.com. So that's our website for the host committee. And there we have all types of information as far as our official watch parties, but then there's going to be so many others that are being thrown by communities and different municipalities throughout the region, or different brands, different organizations. So we are also collecting that information into a calendar of events of sorts, just to make that available to people.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds like it's going to be an exciting time.
It will. Whether you're into the sport or not, the way I like to put it is, it's not just a sporting event or a soccer tournament. This is a big cultural moment that intersects music and gatherings and nations coming together. It's truly going to be amazing.
Okay, great. Bettina, thank you very much. That's going to have to do it. The World Cup promises to be a major extravaganza, and we hope that you're able to enjoy some of it. Thanks to all of our guests for coming on and sharing the buzz surrounding the Cup. And thank you for watching. I'm Mike Gilliam. We'll see you next time on A Slice of New York.